You know, when you think about it, the story of you and your dog is one of connection, community, and love. What makes this profound is the way that time will change you both.
I would describe Nyla as vivacious.
Nyla is curious,
a rascal,
rambunctious.
She'll be like smelling something and she'll look up and it's just like sticks stuck to her tongue.
Stubbornness is certainly one of her most significant attributes.
She's just like perma puppy is what we call her, that she just looks like a permanent puppy.
Margaret and I met on the Medina River near San Antonio, Texas. What we didn't know is this was the start of an epic adventure. Through fly fishing and rafting in the Texas Hill Country, our bond only grew deeper. As we've started new chapters in life, it's only become more rewarding by adding to the family.
I got a call from a friend of mine, and he said, hey, found this dog on the streets. We've named her Nyla. You should come see her.
Davis had sent me a photo of her when he was visiting her through the fence of his neighbor's house. And I was like, you gotta get that dog. You gotta get that dog right now.
As a lot of people know, when you bring in a dog to your family, you know, things kind of get serious pretty quickly.
I saw him really grow into himself of like, oh, I have this wonderful dog and I get to bring her along with me. And going out on the river just felt like a really natural thing. And so it's always kind of been like her domain, if you will. And so I think there was a sense of companionship for him too, where he hadn't had a dog for a while. And so I think that was something he was missing. You know, we moved in December of 2015, so we're coming from a pretty warm climate straight into a massive snowstorm. So that transition was hard. I don't think she'd ever seen snow before, but she was all about it. I mean, she just ran immediately through it and had so much fun.
She wanted to explore more. You could tell every single little mini adventure we did in Texas would just barely scratching the surface for her. I knew that she had so much more interest in being outside. She's pretty confident. She doesn't cower with insecurity. She's ready to kind of stand there like a hood ornament and be the first one down the river.
I was playing with Nyla on the ground and I noticed that her front bottom teeth were like pointed forward versus, you know, like normal like this, they were pointed forward. And so I lifted up her tongue and I saw really big growth.
Sent in a biopsy and confirmed that what we had been seeing was irregular and on top of that, cancerous. My heart went from here to here. So we had that initial procedure done. That was like right at the limit of what we could afford at the time. And then just a few weeks later, it appeared again.
Our vet actually referred us for the second surgery to go up to the Fort Collins vet school. They walked us through, that would be removing half of her jaw. And we were, of course, like, well, how is she gonna eat? How is she gonna keep going on with her life?
I don't think we were ready for what we were gonna see.
But it was definitely heartbreaking to see her afterwards.
They removed both canine teeth and all the teeth in between.
You could see that the jaw didn't have like the connection on the front for everything to work at the same way. And so things were moving basically like independently from one another.
And so it kind of became like a licking motion to lick the food up, kind of curl it up into her mouth.
I mean, it was maybe a month and like you could hear the jaw starting to work itself out. Just like the muscles were able to calibrate themselves, the brain, the body's so resilient.
Once Nyla got past her visible injuries from surgery, she bounced back and still possesses some of the same qualities that she did when she was much younger, just a lot grayer. If it was up to her, she would spend all of her time in nature. When Nyla has an opportunity to go outside, she really comes to life.
I think nature is probably the most powerful healer that we have. And for Nyla, I know that it's been incredibly healing for her too, to be able to still go out and do what she loves.
After what she's been through, Nyla seems fascinated by the detail of every wave, every rock, and every mountain as we float by. Seeing things through her eyes has heightened my gratitude for what's around me. And yes, she inspects every single catch.
She has really taught us resiliency. She's really showed us what you can do if you put your best foot forward every single day.
Being able to literally lose a part of your body and still be able to carry on with life. She didn't let it stop her from doing all the things that she loves to do. Part of it was also the lesson in like sometimes from the wound comes the gold.
Life is short, you start to think about time and the amount of time we have. Dogs definitely are like very distinct chapters of time. They sort of set the tone and become just phenomenal family members and companions.
Time has taken us on quite the journey, but we made it to the other side. Moving on, we plan to focus on the time that we have and the adventure ahead.